Hello everyone, Alexander Frost here, and well, I'm giving you an update on my channel and what's been going on lately. I normally don't do a live thing like this, because one, I'm painfully shy at times. Two, a lot of people look at my face, and this is my default face. People think I'm angry. They don't see how I express or emote, and I apologize for the blurriness. It's, I don't mess with the webcam. This is only the second time I've ever actually done anything with my webcam. So, um, I don't know how to fix the settings, how to make it more crystal clear. Plus, it's the stock built-in laptop thing. But I don't usually do this because I'm very critical of my own personal appearance. I know you guys are probably going to say, oh, you look fine, but I've lived with this body for 30 years, with this face. I've seen every change, every nuance, every small detail. So when the smallest thing goes wrong with it, I see it. So, like right now, I know I don't look 100% my best, and that's bothering me, but you guys probably won't even see it. I'm trying not to... If I keep glancing off in odd directions, that's because over here, I have my PC screen, which I have stuff written down on for me to kind of stay on task. And then up here is my actual PC monitor, because this monitor broken and I'm using the HDMI cable to connect it to the TV. So if I keep glancing up there, it's habit. I can't help it. So, my little Frostlings, and you can thank Troll of Reason for that. That's what I've officially decided to call all of my fans now. You're all my little Frostlings, so deal with it. It's said with the greatest amount of respect and affection. Take a drink here real quick. I know it's not terribly professional, but fuck you. I want to do it. So, you guys have probably been wondering why it is I haven't been doing anything. In fact, I was kind of prompted by watching Grimmeth's video that he put up yesterday or today, something like that, within the last 15 hours or so, debating his coming back. Well, not debating, but explaining his coming back, or not even explaining his coming back. Just watch it and you'll understand what I'm saying. It seems a little apropos given what's going on here. That's my microphone. I don't even... I just looked up and I noticed it, so anyways. And I live streamed last night, and as per usual, I put up a quick 30-odd second blurb saying, hey, I'm live streaming, come join me, here's the link, and so on and so forth. Someone, I'm assuming one of my fans, one of my Frostlings, responded by simply saying, make more videos. And to that, I have to say, wow, that was kind of blunt, and it hurt a little bit, because they don't know the situation. So I'm gonna lay it on the line. I know I said I don't normally talk about my family stuff, personal issues and such, but I feel it's important to do so, and I'm rambling to try and avoid the point, I think. So let's just get on with it. It's been 3.5 minutes or so. So the main reason why I haven't been Let's Playing lately is that I, as you may or may not know, suffer from depression. I haven't been formally diagnosed, but I do suffer from depression. What else can it be but depression? Because of that, there have been a lot of highs, haven't been a lot of lows. In fact, the way I see things, for me, it's been a constant downward spiral. And times where I've actually done things like Let's Plays recently, within the last 6 months. When I've done Let's Plays or streamed, I didn't climb out of the spiral, I just leveled off and got a chance to rest a little bit. So I was still in the horrid downward yuckiness, and it gets worse. So I could go on into a whole long spiraling trawl? Is that a word? of why it is. Yeah, I even kind of planned and thought all of this out when I was in the shower. For some reason, I do my best thinking when I'm in the shower. Is anyone else like that? No. Back on topic. I could spend hours trying to explain the extent of what I feel, why I feel it, and everything. But I guess the best way I can put it is I kind of have a low sense of worth, sense of self-esteem. I have a low opinion of myself. I have a little voice nagging me in the back of my head constantly. If I say anything out of line that seems any way self-centered or self-servicing, not the right word. If I air a problem I'm having, I have that little voice yammering straight away. There are people with real problems out there. You know, oh, you're suffering from depression. There are people who have had their lives destroyed, their families broken, and people died in suicide attempts. And no. You live with your family who has taken care of you for all these years, rent-free and all that. You don't have the right to complain. I think the way I stated it when I was in the shower thinking out loud was, it's kind of like having one of those feminazis in the back of your head, constantly nattering, whatever you want to call it, in the back of your head, constantly saying negative things about you simply for the fact that you're you, that nothing you do is good, that no matter how humble you try to be, no matter how apologetic or, hey, I'm trying my best here, what can I do to appease you? No matter how hard you try to appease the little voice, not good enough. Never good enough. Over 30 years, that little voice has gone from paperclip size to, oh my god, it's Godzilla! So, yeah, it's something I'm probably going to be fighting with for the rest of my life. It's probably going to affect my day-to-day routine and how I live my life. It's a major hurdle that I'm probably never going to get over as much as wrestle to the ground. So that's one of the reasons why. Second reason, employment. Lack thereof. My job at Dollar General, as some of you may or may not know, I lost my job about a month ago. I've been looking for more work. That's a whole nother part of why. The job itself was not very good. I was lead register, and I had to do things in the store constantly, which meant whenever I would register and I helped the customer, when I was finished, I had to leave the register and go do something in the store. Stock a shelf, help other customers, straighten things up, whatever. But the moment someone was up there, because there was only ever one register open, because it's a small store, I had to stop whatever I was doing and make my way up there as quickly as possible, usually listening to, oh, we didn't know if anyone was here, everything's free today. Yep. Stupid joke. Wasn't funny the first time you said it. Anyways. So, well, I didn't realize it was 3 o'clock, but that's something else. It wasn't quite soul-crushing, but it felt like it to me. It contributed to my depression and general sense of you're not doing everything you can. You're not doing things well enough. And yeah. And you may or may not have heard a little blurb there of someone texting me on Skype. I'll get to it. I apologize if it keeps popping up. I can't hear it. Because the way I have my setup going right now is I have the Blue Yeti microphone here, and on the bottom, it has the headset plugged in that I normally use to listen to music and all that good stuff. This is plugged into that. So if there's any kind of system sounds or gameplay or whatever, it goes to the headset, and then, yeah, but since I'm not wearing the headset, I can't hear it. Again, getting ahead of myself. Where was I? Employment. So, while losing the job was certainly good for my back and my knees physically, and, you know, for a few days it was like, finally, I don't have to go back there anymore. Hallelujah. Not having a job, not having a source of income has been equally as bad. I raised up a little, and then I dropped 10 feet. So, finding a job has been hard as well. Sadly, I'm unskilled labor. I mean, I have a degree in business management, but I haven't really applied it to anything because business management was not the major I wanted in high college, and I'm going for it because when I changed my majors, switching to business management meant I didn't lose any credits. I could just keep on going down the track instead of switching to something new and having to retake a number of courses, blah, 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 blah. But not a lot of work available for an unskilled laborer like me that isn't minimum wage terribleness like Dollar General or retail or something that is people-oriented. I do have a bit of good news in that I have an interview for a job next week, which may actually turn out to be good. If I get it, it'll be like a 40-hour-a-week job, $11 an hour, working in a paint factory. So the only people I'll be interacting with will be my coworkers, as opposed to random people off the street who may act like dill holes just because they feel like it. Getting off track again, I could go on a rant for 45 minutes about the people at Dollar General and the working conditions and Papa John's. Don't get me started on Papa John's. But not having a job played into my not doing Let's Play. That same little voice nagging me in the back of my head. I felt like I didn't have a right to be playing those games, devoting time and precious resources to playing a game when I should be looking for work, you know? Even though I have been looking for work. Filling out applications online constantly, hoping that someone would be like, eh, we'll give this guy a shot. You have to understand, I'm 33. So, I was raised in a time when video games were meant for children. Or for children, mid-teen, stuff like that. This was before they started getting more mature. This was before the internet boom of the 90s. So, nowadays, it's okay to say, yeah, I play video games for a living, and I make good money off of it. I come from a time when if you stated that with any kind of pride, if you just stated it, that you did nothing but play video games all day, that meant you were either a child or a fucking loser. And this is something I learned in my formative years, so it's a part of my core being. And because of that, I mean, I know now that, yeah, I can make money doing this. I do make a little bit of money doing this. Not very much. Like $50 every couple of months or so. And I mean like every 3 or 4 months, maybe. But I still have that voice in the back of my head saying that, you know, you're being a loser for doing this. You're your time when you should be doing something, quote unquote, real. So, third reason, going on a while, third reason why I have not been Let's Playing or doing anything but the occasional live stream is I'm suffering from what I call burnout lag. A little odd thing. I look at my channel and I see all the projects that I've done and all the projects that I've started but haven't finished for various reasons. Valkyria Chronicles, Samurai Warriors 2, and so on and so forth. And I see those projects sitting there waiting to be finished, and I just feel a sense of heaviness and weight. Just, you never finished this, you never did this. I don't want to cancel them, I want to finish them. With the exception of Samurai Warriors 2, but I believe I already made an explanation on it. But we'll save that for another time. And because of that, I don't know how to say it. I think of all the new games that I can play. Like, I just finished a game called Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm like, I could totally play that for the channel. It's not that long of a game. It'd be a great little one-off series that I could do. And part of me says, you already have all this other stuff that you need to do. You can't start a new project right now. And another part of me is like, people probably aren't going to be all that excited about it because it's not what they came for. They came mainly for I think the Japanese games, Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, that kind of stuff. What's the term? Shogunate era stuff in Japan and what. I'm pretty sure if I played something like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, you guys would flock to this channel in droves, and I would be appreciative of it. But I got tired of it for a while. I can't do the same thing over and over. It only brings me so much pleasure before it's like, I need to do something else. That's kind of where I am. I want to do more than just that, but I also want to entertain you, and the little voice is nagging me, and then it just becomes this downward spiral again. And the fourth and final reason why I haven't really done anything lately is there's a family issue going on right now. A little bit of a story. My uncle, we'll call him Uncle Jay, is the same age as my father, about 50-something. He has a bad heart. He has had a bad heart ever since he was a child. And he lives down south. For those of you who don't know, I live in St. Louis, Missouri. My uncle lives down in Cape Girardeau. That's about 100 miles away. So it's about an hour's drive, more or less, depending on how fast you go. He is not healthy. He needs a heart transplant to live. And he's not healthy because of it. He's not eating right. He's not getting the exercise he should be getting. He's overweight. Most of our family is. I am. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Okay, I'm ashamed to admit it a little bit. But again, that's another thing. But in order for him to get the heart transplant, to even be put on the list, he needs to get to a certain level of healthy. And for that, he needs a heart pump. And he has it. There was a thing, he's been in and out of the hospital a few times already this year. A few weeks ago, he went to the hospital. About 3 weeks ago, he went to the hospital, and he was tentatively scheduled for a surgery to have the major pump installed when he started having organ failure. He's okay. As of this video, as far as I know right now, he is alive and well and recovering. So no one panic. It's okay. My father's been taking care of things because he's a great man. His organs started to fail, and he had to have a smaller sub pump installed in kind of an emergency surgery. And it helped. It got the blood flowing and circulating through his body. He started getting better color and everything. And then he was scheduled for the major surgery where they took the little pump out and then they put the big pump in. And he is recovering right now. They said it's going to be a month before he gets out, and that was about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. So he should be getting out of the hospital in about 2 weeks. My father has said that if he goes back down to Cape to live with his family, he'll die. Because the last time he went to the hospital, his health started to improve. He started to get good food. He started to get exercise. The medicine and care that he needed, he improved. As soon as he went home, he started eating bad things again. His family didn't give him the food he needed. He didn't get the exercise he needed. He was back in the hospital in like 2 weeks. After having this major surgery, I mean, put the pump in. I mean, it's a big pump. It's like the size of this microphone, approximately. It's about this size, big. To get this pump installed properly, they had to cut him open from here down. I mean, he had his chest open for a day, and they cracked his chest open. So he is not going anywhere for a while. He's in a critical state of care. I mean, I believe one day my father came home and said that he is in the intensive care unit, and he is, quote, the lowest on the list in terms of current health. Like, there's always, this person's in intensive care, but he's in the best condition. Uncle Jay was the worst. But he's getting better. But in order for him to have a shot at survival and possibly that heart transplant, he needs to stay up here. So Father made him an offer to live with us when he gets out of the hospital for about a month or so. He and his wife. And he'll stay up here when he gets out so he has a shot at recovery. Because if he goes back down to Cape Girardeau, as slow as his family drives, if something happens, like if he needs emergency care, he's 2 hours away from the hospital where he had the surgery. Whereas if he lives here, he's 20 minutes away. If he lives down there, he's not going to get the food he needs, he's not going to get the exercise he needs, and if there's some kind of emergency, he'll more than likely be taken to the local hospital, which, like most local hospitals, has a tendency to kill patients. So he's going to be living here. And what does that have to do with me? He needs this room. I'm moving. I'm not moving out of the house. God, no. I have no money. I'm moving downstairs to a bigger but somewhat less private room. As you can see, I've been preparing for it. You see that my bed is a mess and all that. All those boxes and such. All of my stuff. All of that. My little Frostlings. I gotta move. And that's actually the major part of it. Those boxes I just showed you, those are going to be going downstairs tomorrow or the day after, more or less. So, yeah. That's the other reason, because I've been preparing for the move. I've been fighting depression. I've been trying to find work. It's been rough. It's been rough. But I thought I owed it to you guys to let you know what's going on. Show myself on camera. I don't plan on doing things like scare cams or that. I may do more camera stuff, but I need to get comfortable with it. That was my tablet. That was my tablet. I play Clash of Clans. Feel free to attack me, Alexander Frost. I'm not good at it. So, and the worst thing is my bed. I don't get to keep my bed. I get to sleep on an air mattress or a couch for a month or longer. And from the way Dad said it, it sounds like this is going to be a permanent move. When I move out of that room will be when I move house. But if I do get this job and get enough money saved up, that could be a very real possibility. I could be moving inside a year or so. No yet. Want to, knock on wood, but it's going to take time. And yes, I have a wood deck. So yeah, that's it. That's what's going on. I'm gonna keep LP. I may go on long hiatuses, but I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna shut the channel down. I love video games. I love playing them. I love playing them for you guys. I love entertaining you guys. I know I'm not as big as some of the others out there. Plier, Nakatalili, Mega G Wolf. I know I'm small time, but I'm okay with it. I have a wonderful and loyal fan base who I care about very much, and I'm very grateful that I have. So I am going to get back to it. So I was going to leave it as kind of a surprise, but I think I kind of need to do this to get myself going. A while back, like as far back as March, I started recording an LP with Troll of Reason, who some of you may or may not know from some of my live streams as the loud, boisterous, lewd guy that isn't Thet. The awesome guy who's amazing. Very intelligent man. Very wonderful man. I played Left 4 Dead 2 with him. And since I have it on Steam, it actually has the Left 4 Dead 1 maps and everything. And we played it pretty heavily modded. And I said that I wasn't going to start putting the episodes up on YouTube until I finished recording them and making the videos, processing them. Well, they're all recorded. I haven't processed them all yet. Got about 3 or 4 episodes ready out of about 12 plus. And they're long. They're like upwards of an hour each. So don't think it's just going to be, they're just going to zip through it and be done with it. No, if you're going to watch any one of them, it's going to be a long haul video. So get a drink, get some popcorn, buckle the fuck up. So what I think I'm going to do is starting tomorrow, I'm going to upload an episode of this every Saturday. That's a good day because people will be off. They'll be able to sit down and enjoy it in their own time instead of, oh, it's a weekday. I can't watch it now because I got to go to work. I'll come back to it later, and then they forget. Happens. Done it myself. So, every Saturday I will upload an episode. But that'll give me a week to get off my lazy ass and actually record like I'm supposed to. Not record. Process the video like I'm supposed to, because it takes several hours to process them. They're big. But, yeah, I've already got to start, and doing that, I will be able to share it with you guys. Make some kind of thumbnail or something, and then set up a new playlist and get going. So once things get settled down, once I get settled into my new room and possibly get a better door, we'll see about doing more Let's Plays. I'm not sure about live streams, because I'll be living in the basement. It's a finished basement, but there are going to be people moving back and forth and such, and that's going to mean the floor is going to creak and so on and so forth. And again, my uncle's going to be living here. He is going to need care and attention. He's going to need us to help him. So I may not be able to record lengthy sessions because I may have to stop what I'm doing and run upstairs to help him, especially if it's, I'm dying, help me. So you guys may have to subsist on Left 4 Dead 2 with Troll and me for a while. So I think that's about it. I think I've meandered on long enough. I'd be glad I didn't do the face rig thing. I wanted to, but I was tempted to. I really was. But given the seriousness of the situation, well, not so much the situation, but given the seriousness of this video and what's going on, it didn't seem appropriate to be a anthropomorphic red panda, or a random space marine, or a dragon. You get the idea. Plus, I'm not sure how to make it work properly. I think it's because the laptop is so far away. It's not like right here in front of me. It's actually back about 2-3 feet. And I keep looking up over there. Sorry. So I think that's it. I think that's all I've got for you guys. May or may not do more videos live camera. If I do, I may try and invest in a better camera. That's something that's going to take a long. Next piece of technology I plan on buying is going to be a one of those memory card converters that allows me to convert PlayStation 1 memory card data to PlayStation 3 memory card data. Actually play Parasite Eve 2 for you guys without starting all over. But that's going to be a while. First, bills. Then. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. And thank you for being patient. For supporting me. Just in general being awesome. So, thank you, my little Frostlings. Good night.